Hello everyone, my name is Chore, and today I have an important topic on the state of new players in Marvel Avengers. And as you can see, this is, as it loads up, a new account, and I'm going to experience what all new players experience for the first time once loading up the game. And I should say, I have been playing this game since Hawkeye DLC, but recently wanted to see what all the new updates brought about for new players just starting up the game. And off the bat, you're asked for free marketplace. I was on this earlier and picked up this, and shows you the skins. You look at the full roster, which is now 2 pages long, or just breaking into 2 pages. If we start with the online, let's see how this starts up. And as you can probably hear, the PlayStation is already going into the hyperdrive. Start it up. I've got none of them up here. Haven't started the challenge card, roster, all that. Haven't done anything. So go for here. Go and access heroes. Now I know what I need to do because I've done it before multiple times.
In case you've forgotten,
just do playing.
The farm room is down the stairs through the doors and to your right.
I wish you didn't have to do that.
Unnecessarily specific direction, Jarvis.
I've talked to him.
Hey, buddy, I hear you.
Give me 1 second, I'm going to put subtitles on, which should technically be on by default. Okay.
The harm room for me?
Oh, right, yeah.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, buddy. Thanks.
Nope, here we go. Here's the new shield
The harm
interviews.
room offers you a
And
place
Nick.
to test your skills in a controlled environment using Stark's holographic augmented reality machine. Complete harm training to learn vital skills and new techniques. Then step into the harm challenges to show them off. Once you've completed the series of harm challenges, you'll unlock a daily activity that will award comic books upon completion. If you're looking to get a bit more creative, Agent Wu has developed a program where you can customize the harm room to your own specifications. The custom harm room and all other harm activities can be accessed from the war table. Have fun.
Now that is the biggest reason why I'm not a big fan of this opening segment, because you can access everything from the war table, so making the player walk all the way around here becomes a lot more redundant the more you play it. And if you are returning a player and then start all over again for whatever reason, it can feel like a chore just to get through this segment. Now this training room is actually done through story and is very basic. It's a good introduction for players who just want to get into the multiplayer, showing basic combat. I wish it let you pick what character you were playing, but Iron Man is a pretty decent character, so few complaints. Like I said,
That was splendid.
big issue is this feels like a chore, because just showing you basic controls. This is your tutorial if you didn't take the story mode as your first option. And there's no way to skip this unless you go through the story mode. Right, now with the harm room done, I'd like to talk about these loading screens. In my opinion, they're not actually all that good. They just show off the character models in their iconic outfits, which for some characters isn't too good. For example, Hawkeye. And I'd much rather prefer having a flat picture that's like stylized or articulated, cartoonish, or it's a still image from a battle as a loading screen, as some of these do look pretty goofy and last just a tad too long, and in a like fixed pose. And hair physics do tend to get a bit weird, like Kamala's hair having a fit. And I should say I am playing on a PS4 Pro, just to get it out. And we have to talk to James Wu again.
So glad I got to see you in action.
Suit's feeling great. It's like I never left.
Well, come back anytime you like. Oh, and tell your friends. You know, the Avengers.
And we're back with more cutscenes.
Let's start by covering some basics. Each Avenger is assigned a hero level from 1 up to level 50. As you earn experience out in the field, we'll be tracking your progress. Once you've earned enough experience, you'll be promoted to the next hero level. You'll also be awarded skill points, which can then be used to unlock new skills and combat capabilities. Every Avenger has a unique set of primary, specialty, and mastery skills. Primary skills focus on core combat and movement. Specialty is where you'll find your heroic abilities. And mastery allows you to further customize your combat style. Some skills unlock new moves, while others open up additional options for existing ones. Once unlocked, skills like these can be changed at any time. Experiment to find what works. New threats may require new strategies. You each also have a power level, a calculation based on the gear and artifacts you have equipped. Higher level gear means a higher overall power level. Your gear and artifacts can also provide stat bonuses, ability perks, and other benefits. When deciding which gear is appropriate for your next mission, make sure you pay attention to the details. Some items have surprising effects. You can take a number of items with you out in the field to swap on demand. Additional gear can be stored in your locker or dismantled for resources. There you have it. These are the tools you'll need to really make an impact out there. But as for how you use them, that's up to you. Surprise me. You're good at that. Fury out.
That was a really good cutscene in explaining the basics of it. Oh, you got another one.
While most missions can be completed solo with companion teammates, your best chance of success will be to team up with other Avengers. The fast way to do this is through Quick Match. This will load you into a randomly selected mission with a strike team of other Quick Match players. Difficulty will scale, so you'll be able to play with heroes of any power level. Quick Match also gives you extra experience and resources while in this mode. If you have a specific mission in mind, enable matchmaking to find a strike team and go in together. Not all missions allow matchmaking, but you can also invite teammates directly. The best way to do so is through the social menu. From there, you can send out invites to your strike team. You can then travel to outposts, Quick Match, or complete missions together. Remember, teamwork is not weakness. It's your greatest strength.
Is there going to be another cutscene? Yep.
Now that you're ready to take on a mission, your first stop will be your war table. All Resistance intel gets uploaded here. It's categorized by region, type, and recommended power level to help you decide which threats to take on first. We've identified key regions to focus your efforts. Available missions can be previewed here, showing you where activity is most concentrated and overall difficulty level within that region. Some regions also house outposts, where you can check in with Resistance faction members, obtain new objectives, and purchase items from vendors before you head out on your next mission. We've broken missions down by type, each with a unique icon for quick identification. You'll find drop zones, threat sectors, hives, villain sectors, and more, all ranging in duration and activity variety. Your standard mission has a fixed difficulty. Now, these are guidelines to help you, but ultimately it's your call. You can choose to take on a mission up to 10 notches over your current power level for an extra challenge. As you complete missions and objectives, you'll earn rewards to help you prepare for the battles ahead. You can preview these rewards before embarking on a mission. All of that intel is available on the war table. As you reach higher power levels, you'll be ready to take on our most challenging missions. This is also where you'll earn the most powerful gear. In Mega Hives, you'll have a limited number of chances to complete the mission once inside, so make sure you're prepared before you take off. There are also the Omega level threats, and the ultimate test of your abilities, raids. Teamwork and coordination are vital here, so gather your team and make sure you're ready. Finally, if you prefer to dive into a specific operation or story campaign, you can access those through the operation database. The operations available are Reassemble, Taking Aim, Future Imperfect, and War for Wakanda. This concludes our briefing for today. Welcome to the Resistance.
Oh, we're gonna get a fourth. Nope.
Here you're ready to help us get some things done.
No, I would not.
Barely back in school, and I'm already getting home.
Some things never change, do they, Stark?
Now another issue is you have to make it all the way back to the war table to progress to the next pit. You can't just get there quick, you have to go all the way this long route. Still can't access this, even though I've done the tutorial and sat through the cutscenes. And cutscenes are skippable. As soon as I hold on the war table, that's it. Tutorial over. And I can go over here now and access the hero vendor, which gets another cutscene.
Now, let's talk about making the most of your hero roster. Unless a specific hero is required, you can choose which Avenger goes on each mission. You can make the switch at the war table, in the Quinjet, or by accessing a hero terminal in any outpost. However, you cannot change heroes while out in the field unless specified. Most missions allow up to 4 Avengers in a strike team. When going solo, your companions will automatically scale to your current power level, but they'll only be able to use the skills and abilities you have unlocked for each hero. Also, they'll only use the gear they have equipped, so pay attention to the loadouts across your roster to maximize your team's potential. Your companions will be randomly selected unless you set your preferences in the hero menu. Those heroes will join you on your mission, unless there are specific hero requirements indicated. Companions are limited to your roster, but in multiplayer, you can team up with Avengers from different timelines. That means you get multiples of the same hero in one strike team. AIM really did a number with these tachyon anomalies, but we'll take any advantage we can get. There may be some restrictions for heroes during specific missions or campaigns, but otherwise, you're free to form your strike team however you like. Let's get out there and kick some ass.
Right, that was our 4th cutscene before I've even chosen my first hero. Yep, I forgot Spider-Man, you have to go somewhere special. Too bad, I'm not going to pick him. I'm just going to grab... I'll play Hawkeye, because he is the character I know the most. And we'll do a mission to show what you're ideally meant to do. But currently the amount of cutscenes have been off-putting, seeing as a lot of them feel like explaining basic information that a person will be able to find out over the course of playing the game. As you can see, it's above my power level by 15. You also might be able to hear the jet engine beneath me. But we'll start off with this one. It's at my power level, go to hold. And then you go into this scene where, this screen, hopefully, where you can set your preferences and select hero and companions. Just like that. I'll pick, I don't know, Hulk, Black Panther, Cap, and then launch into the mission.
We've had word that AIM has sent bounty hunters into urban areas to search
And
for
if you look on the
inhumans.
challenge card, this is the best way to get some of the better skins outside of outwardly buying them off the marketplace. You can also get free credits once you either activate the card for Hawkeye or on one of the older on the original rosters, so you can just grab everything off it. And these challenges are fairly difficult if you aren't like actively attempting them. This one's a good point, as if you are playing with other heroes, if they do or interrupt your challenge, it won't go through, and that issue is one of the reasons I wish solo meant you went with one character, because doing the challenges are a lot easier if it's just you there. But let's start the mission.
The area for AIM signatures and update your HUD. Be on your guard.
This cutscene's also unskippable. If you pause it, just pause the game. So every time you drop into a war zone, you are stuck with this cutscene and have to watch it all the way through, even though some bugs do persist.
There are inhumans caught in a
This is your max running speed. This is the fastest way to move about for ground characters. For flying characters, it's actually just to fly. Also, getting interrupted is a big issue with this game as of current, with interrupts happening from every single type of attack regardless of what hero you're playing, with exceptions to Hulk with his Bone Shaker. That's probably the only way to avoid currently being stunned out of combos, out of moves, which can be very annoying. I do not have that. What? I don't have that. Is this a bug? I literally don't have that. I was expecting that. Yeah, I don't have that unlocked. So why is it? Well, this is a good segue into shipments. Shipments, I believe, are really decent. However, they tend to promote a style of gameplay which is farming the units required from certain mission types, like the Desert Vault farm, which genuinely takes away from the gameplay itself, and instead focuses on running a line across the map to get as many boxes as possible. I was expecting that. I didn't see this mentioned, but new players should have the should know that if you push up, it shows all the points of interest on the map. I'm gonna go to one of them, which is right next to where we're meant to go, for time saving purposes. But the movement in this game is not the best, like traversal wise, as the fastest way is to run and jump, which is not remotely as interesting as if it was like a sprint, or if they had a vehicle of some kind. Yeah, I don't have this still. No, I think that's a bug. I mean, I'm not complaining, because I personally like that one as a finisher,
Another watchdog has been neutralized.
Well, it just seems like a weird bug to have.
They've lost another agent. The watchdog's team has been defeated.
Right, and then
Excellently done.
a chest
Located
over here.
captive inhuman. They're being kept in portable cells. You'll have to break them out.
I'm getting a trophy. Just to further emphasise, this is a new account, but I have played the game all the way through before to get the platinum trophy on my main account, but I thought I would try and experience the new player, or what new players experience when they log on as of current, which is August 2022. And form a list of overall just gripes with the game I currently have, like the traversal being this.
Hey, no shoving. I'll get to everyone.
That was me.
Come on, is that all you got?
No. Well, I'm gonna ignore that for the time constraints.
There they are. You'll need to destroy the locking mechanisms to open the cells.
Here's a good one.
I was mashing R1 to save why I just stood still, I'm not sure.
This one is open. The cell is open.
Right, and that is usual level. If you rush through the level, grabbing minimal items, minimal extra tasks, and a level can take usually from about 10 minutes to an hour-ish, or if you're fast, maybe less than 10 minutes. And then you get to this screen, which shows everything you've done. I know they added in this
Excellent. The
as
bounty
a way
hunters
of
of Jersey
units,
City.
and that's for complete mission days. Hold L2, that just auto upgrades everything you got. But another gripe I have is they changed how upgrades work. Now, to upgrade it you need a certain amount of items. I'm not even fully sure how to do it. Usually you would have more than just this. There would be specific types of things for, or specific resources required for specific upgrades, and everything could be upgraded by 5 levels. Now you can upgrade all items, I believe, indefinitely, or to the max rank, but you require something, I'm not entirely sure about that. This is the skill tree. I recommend just filling out this bit first before moving on to this. I mean, ideally, and upgrading the moves you use the most. Try and get combo attacks. Of course, got the objective showing you all of it. And ideally, a new player will start on the story mode and then move on to the online. But I know from experience, as someone who started with the online, that it overwhelms you with a lot of information. In conclusion, my opinion of Marvel's Avengers is that it's a good game. However, for a new user it can be overwhelming, especially as shown through the multiplayer that I just showed. And there are certain issues here and there which I wish weren't there, like having your missions being, if you're going for specific missions and then a bot on your team or another player like interferes with that, you don't get anything counted towards it, meaning that playing with people or bots feels like a worse way to do any of the hero challenge cards than if you were to just go into the harm room and do them there. Also, the cutscenes in between feel a bit off occasionally, and if you're running on the old hardware like a PlayStation 4 or in my case PS4 Pro, you have the issue of it bugging out a bit, it running a bit worse, the PlayStation sound like it's about to go off, like take off. And in my opinion there's too many cutscenes at the start of the multiplayer, as I know from experience that a lot of people just want to get into the action. And if you're a returning player, it feels like there's a chore list to do before you can actually access what you already know, which does tend to put me off when I want to go back to the game. But overall, this is a game that I feel you should try out at least once, give it a go. The combat is fun. I wish traversal was slightly better, but these are just nitpicks at this point. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you.